Hello there. This is the Watertown 2023 4th of July Parade. I'm Jill Nadeau.
And I am Lisa Steffel.
Thanks so much for joining us. The parade is just starting right now, so we'll just head on over so you can watch. Of course, we have our lovely flashing lights. You can't have a parade without lights, right?
Of course. And we've got a sea of stars and stripes here, too.
We do. Almost everybody's in red, white, and blue, which is kind of fun. And so there's the parade's actually starting a little earlier this year, or I should say closer to us would be the best way to say it, because we've got the bridge is not being used this year. So what do we got here first?
First, we've got the Bartlemy Schwefel Marine Corps League Color Guard.
Okay. Getting a round of applause for the audience.
And we already had the Holtz Motors food drive truck come through,
Yes.
collecting donations to benefit the Watertown Food Pantry.
Yep, and I think they do that pretty much quite a few years now in a row. It's a great idea. And then coming up, we've got the American Legion Post 189 Color Guard. It's AMVETS Post 35, I believe.
Such formality and pride with these folks as they come through. Everyone is standing. A lot of folks are saluting.
We've got, let's see, who's next?
Next, we've got the Civil Air Patrol Color Guard.
It's nice to see so many young faces too, isn't it?
Yes, it is. All generations are out here today,
Yeah.
both representing organizations in the parade as well as taking in the parade as spectators.
That's correct. And we've got a little delay already. But you know, that's kind of fun. That's part of the whole
part of
parade.
the
It's like,
experience.
when is it going to stop?
And the theme of this year's parade is an American holiday.
Oh, that certainly
we've
is
got-
an American holiday.
Yes, it is. We've got servicemen and women, we've got antique and classic cars, marching bands, floats, dance groups, you name it, they're here.
Yep, exactly. And normally it's about a 2-hour parade, I think. I'm not sure how we're doing this year as far as amount. We've got
There are over 100 entries.
So I think we'll probably be here for a couple of hours. But thank you for Watertown Media for letting us do this again this year. We always have fun.
Yes, it's our privilege.
Let's see, I think we missed the commandant of the Marine Corps, Gary Stieber, and then we've got the VFW Post 3709 Commander Jeep. That's that one.
Yes.
They look so small. I always thought they were huge, but
The
I
Jeeps?
guess not. Yeah. Very tiny, very tiny. And then coming up after that, we've got, what,
The
AMVETS?
AMVETS Post 35 Commander Car. Mark Kotwitz has been the commander for AMVETS Post 35 for 10 years. He also serves as Watertown Veterans Council Adjutant and Veterans Paver Coordinator for Veterans Park. Post 35 has been active since 1947. And they've held the annual Easter egg hunt and just celebrated their 75th annual hunt.
Wow, that's amazing. And we just saw the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 63. That's a World War II chapter, and it was chartered by Congress to help disabled veterans and their families live a better life. They do wonderful, wonderful things. So, and it's the fire department.
Yes. Close behind, we've got the Watertown Fire Department.
That's right. They do a wonderful job keeping
Yes.
us all safe.
And they'll be moving to a new location very soon.
Very soon, yes. Thanks for all those who were behind that. I know it took a lot of time and effort to figure out a spot, and you know it's not easy getting a building built, especially for the city. So they're going to be out on, is it 19?
Near the old Bethesda property.
Yes. So that's Highway E, right? Or A?
A, yes.
That's right. That's right. And I don't know if you saw the rendering for it, but it looks beautiful.
I did. It looks incredible.
Yeah, they are really running out of space. I know the poor firefighters have to do so much stuff outside, which is fine in the summer when it's nice, but Not in the wintertime.
No. And coming close behind our last fire truck, we have got the Watertown Municipal Band.
Yeah.
They have been a staple in this city for many, many years.
Yes, they certainly have. And we had been talking earlier that they used to wear wool uniforms in this heat, and a few years back they got something better to wear.
Yes.
So
something a little more lightweight.
that's
thank
right.
goodness.
Yeah. I don't know. They used to years ago. They always would march with wool uniforms. I don't know how they managed, but so let's enjoy the music a little bit.
Yes.
Actually, it's a drum solo. We're not getting it. We need to tell them next year that when they come to where we are, they need to play music.
Music, not just the drums.
We want people to hear them.
And Mr. Jim Brogler is the drum major
Yes,
for the
he
Municipal
is.
Band.
Yeah, Jim does so much for the community. It's really, really a blessing for us. And he's good at walking backwards.
Yes, he is. A multi-talented
He really
man.
Okay, and then we've got the Watertown Police Department, and that's the DARE van.
And I see McGruff, the crime
I was
dog.
going to say, where's McGruff? And then there's the Citizens Police Academy, too, which is a really, really interesting program. I've never participated, but I've heard wonderful things about it.
I believe they just installed a new set of individuals for this
Oh,
year.
did
I
they?
thought I
Okay.
saw that.
Hi, McGruff. You must be hot, too. And then we've got a very large truck with, this is the
flags.
The flags. So they're getting a little ahead, but
this
we've
must
got
be the 50 state flags,
Yep.
sponsored by Jerry Hep Excavating.
that's a lot of flags.
We have yet to see the parade marshal come
Right.
through.
I wonder. Well, putting this parade together every year takes so much organization, and you got to be prepared to
Yes,
switch
you
things
have
up
to
a
be
little
flexible.
bit.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
right.
So, there's those little cars. Everybody likes the little cars. How did he get in that little car anyway?
That's very carefully, I would say. I hope you're limber if you're driving.
Yes,
one of those
exactly,
cars.
exactly. That was emergency starting and towing go-karts and their tow truck. It's always interesting because we can't tell what's coming until they turn, so we know what's on the vehicle. So it looks like a fire truck,
It
right?
does.
Oh, it's a tow truck. Duh.
Emergency starting and towing.
Yeah. Wow, they've got quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
That, what do they tow with that? My gosh. That is a huge, that's crazy.
And it takes a good amount of skill, I would imagine, to get that thing through the parade so carefully and around the corner
'cause
without
that's a
taking
tight
anybody
corner. I
out.
know.
Yes.
That's a tight corner.
And we hope that you will be able to enjoy some of the festivities at Riverside Park after the parade today. They've got the Yankee Dutchman playing at 1:30 and a car show at 3, and then David Mazzy is playing from 1:30 to 4.
And last night was the fireworks, which they usually have the day before. So, we've got an antique car too. Let's see if we can figure out who that is. Oh, that's Doug Ninman with his is that
vintage
No,
police?
that's the
That
police
doesn't
car.
look like
That's
a
not
police
him.
car,
That's
does it?
I don't think the police cars, unless it was the Dukes of Hazzard.
Right.
They're not orange. So, can you see that? Who's on this
That
side?
also looks like Mid-State, part of the Mid-State.
Oh, the towing. Okay.
Yeah, towing.
Okay. That is a Camaro, I believe.
It
Is it?
looks
No,
like-
an El Camaro.
El Camino?
Camino, thank
El
you.
Camino, Super Sport.
Yeah, we're good at it, you know. Where's Jim? He would be able to tell us.
He'll be coming down the way.
Okay, we've got some motorcycles.
Motorcycles and something that almost reminds me of the Batmobile.
I know it does, especially from this angle. Yeah, it does look like it. If it was only black. See, if it was my vehicle, it'd be black.
This looks like perhaps some Shriners. I see the
Oh,
hats.
the Shriners are coming way back there. I can see them in their little...
This
yes.
must be the beginning of the Shriners.
Yep, you are absolutely right.
I see them scooting around in their little white cars back
Yes.
there, too.
There again, I don't know how they get in those cars. I really don't.
They sure do seem like they have a lot of fun, though.
Yes, they do. The little blue car's got his directionals on.
Oh, that's
Yes.
a very good driver.
Yes, we kind of
Setting
figure
a
you're
good
going that way. Always putting on a good show. And the sidewalks are pretty full. When we walked down a little earlier, there weren't quite so many people, but I think they're all out setting out their chairs and
Yeah.
things. So
Now they look to be about 3 rows deep or so on
yeah,
the sidewalk.
it is pretty deep. And it's a warm day. It's got to be almost 80 already, I think. Because,
I would say so.
yeah. And it's humid.
The sun is shining bright.
It is, as usual, almost always. I think, I've been doing 4th of July parades here for almost, probably over 20 years now. And I think we had one time where it was actually a little sprinkling, and that was
Okay.
it. That was it.
Last
So,
year we had a nice overcast morning.
That's
It
true.
Was
That was
lovely.
helpful. But yeah, it's up to 81 already. And of course, we do have that air quality alert going on, but
Yes.
not because of the fires this time. It's an ozone thing, apparently. I think they probably joined the Shriners just to be able to drive one of those little cars.
I could see you scooting around in one of those little things.
Yeah, I think I need one.
A cute little convertible.
Totally. I don't like the color though. We need to have a different color.
The white would get very dirty.
It would, yes, especially on my road. Yeah, we got a little construction on South Washington Street
Yes.
this year. And also on 4th Street, I believe, but I think they may be getting close to finish.
I believe so.
More Shriners. I wonder if they get dizzy because they're kind of going around in the same direction.
I certainly would. I like the little car that has the cowboy boots in the front. That looks like his
Oh.
legs are sticking up in the air.
I love it. I missed that one. Ooh.
Burning some rubber.
Yeah, almost took up a couple of our police officers. I'm sure that was not intended.
No, of course not.
All right. Oh, let's see. Who do we have? Oh, that's that antique police car that we had
There's
talked
the
about
police
earlier.
car by Doug Ninman.
Yep, it's a vintage police car. It looks like something from the Under Griffith show.
From the movie, yes, the movies and classic television.
And of course, the Shriners have been around for a very long time, and they've also given so much to so many.
Yes, they do. And we've got some music coming up here.
Yes, we do. And that
It
band-
looks like the State Bank of Reeseville.
It is the State Bank of Reeseville.
It's the Gary Beale Band.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Yes. My eyes are not what they used to be.
Adams, and we're proud to have him here. Here we go with another polka. You want to hear another polka? Say yeah. All right, we know another one.
Everybody likes a polka.
Polka band.
Absolutely. Oh, here's a beautiful car, too. Oh, there is our mayor, Emily McFarland, and her family.
Her family, yes.
All right, now we got 2 more to go on.
Well, she's brave to walk and not ride.
Yes.
Probably getting in shape for all those council meetings.
Right.
And we got the Piggly Wiggly Pig,
Yes.
as if you couldn't figure that out. We are here to let you know.
It's nice that they're allowing the pig to ride rather than
yes,
walk.
for sure. For sure. And as always, tons of people throwing out tons of candy.
Carefully distributing candy, Jill.
Hopefully.
They're not allowed to throw it.
No, they're not supposed to, but we just witnessed the
Oh, look at that. Yep.
Yeah. Nabbed. And Climate Fire Department up next.
They've also got several trucks with us today.
Don't worry, there's still fire trucks somewhere. But I have seen a parade where they had to take one of them out of the actual
goodness.
lineup because they needed it. So.
And this looks like they serve Clyman, Reeseville, and Lowell with their fire department.
I don't know if it's volunteer or not. It's so difficult these days to actually have a volunteer fire department. Oh, here's a little information about the Shriners and their miniature VW bugs. They have been parading for over 50 years.
Wow.
Yeah, just found that. Emergency towing. We're a little out of order here, so we're doing the best we can.
That looks like one of the race cars that was on that truck.
Okay.
Not quite sure which one.
Maybe there'll be a name. So let's see, Glenn's marketing is pulling that.
Oh, and this looks like one of the others.
Have no clue, but it's cool. So.
That looks like the Doyle Buzzle race car.
Oh, okay.
And we've got one more or two more here following that.
That looks like a.
This is the Derek Dorr race car.
And one more.
It looks like this is being pulled by Grinwald Ford.
Is basically here what we have. Scotty Nitzel with a 2W Outlaw Sprint car, Derek Dorr with a race car, Ethan Degner with a race car, and Doyle Buzzle with a race car. So
That covers them all.
figure them out yourself. Because knowing cars and that was not part of the obligations that we signed. So. And if y'all are watching this and you're in the parade, give the parade committee more info, and then we will be correct.
Yes.
So
We will be happy to give you whatever shout out you need.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And this little black Jeep here is the Ethan Degner group. I saw that on the front there.
Excellent.
Oh, and it looks like we've got one more.
One more. And as they do every year, they have different routes, so they vary it every other year. So this year we're going down 4th Street here.
Starting at First.
1st Street, right?
Yes.
Well, no, they're turning on 4th,
Correct.
and they came from 1st. So, and then other times they go up to, where do they turn?
Where were we last year?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that street. I'm sorry. But anyway, everybody who's watching it probably knows. So it's always kind of interesting who gets the prime seats, you know.
The corner here where we are out in front of the bookstore.
That's right.
And there are people packed on the street right
Yes.
around the corner in front of us.
Yes, they are. Yes.
They've got prime viewing of everyone that's coming through.
And it was funny because we were here when the police just blocked off the streets, and then people just swarmed into that
Yes.
space so they could see better. So,
And this looks like the Jolly
Oh, no, this is a baseball team. Oh,
this
it's a Climb
is
in
the Climb in
Little
Little
League.
League. The youth baseball and softball program, and they are promoting their annual pig roast fundraiser.
Ah. I'm sure they'll get a lot of people coming out for that.
Yes.
You should always bring a bag when you come to these because they're always handing out candy, they're handing out flyers.
Right, all sorts of goodies that you can
Yes.
collect if you have something to take it home with.
That's right. And I can see up the street, you can probably see it on the edge of your screen, we've got the Jolly Giants.
There they are. They're always one of the most, I think, visually engaging
Oh, yes.
parts
Let's
of
add
the
something.
parade.
This year they look a little flashier than
Yes,
usual.
they have a lot of pizzazz this
Yeah,
year.
yep. And that's sponsored by Watertown Tourism and Whisk Pack because as you probably know, a lot of these units in the band, they get paid for being here. So, and it's not inexpensive. So, so thank you for all the sponsorships from all of the companies that have helped put this on.
There is so much work that goes on behind the scenes to
There
get
they
these
are.
parades organized.
Yeah, and it's a year-round thing. They'll start probably maybe take a week off or something, and then they'll
Sure.
start all over again.
Working for next year already.
Oh, there's Wonder Woman, my favorite. Yay!
Uncle Sam. They look
They
fantastic.
do. Oh, and we got another band. Who do we have coming up?
This looks like the Oconomowoc Legion Band, which is sponsored by Moss Brothers Construction and Spuncast.
They've been in the parade for a very long time too.
I wonder how many parades they are going to attend today. I think it's not uncommon that some of them go from one to another.
Very correct. Yeah. But we're early.
We are.
I know a lot of them start at like 1 or 2. So.
It looks like today there are also parades in Brookfield, Butler, Elm Grove, New Berlin, Northlake, Pewaukee, and Sussex. So you can watch us here this morning and then head out and catch another one before the day is over.
Except we're not live, so
Well,
it's
that's
probably
true.
too late.
Good point.
But next year, then
Yes.
you know. You can plan your day around parades.
And it looks like there's even a parade in Upper Namabin on July 8th. So
Oh.
you can catch one later this week.
There you go. Of course, everybody's rising for the flag.
And it looks like they've got quite a mix of young people as well as older generations playing with them as well.
Yep, they do. And that's a lot of marching in this hot weather for people if they've got health or age
Yes.
problems. Let's see, who do we got?
This
next?
looks like Roger Bergman, who is a banjo and perhaps a harmonica player.
Yeah, I'm thinking. He's getting a little drowned out by the other
Yeah,
guy.
by the band.
And, there's a cycle rocket.
There's a
Oh,
little
that's always
rocket
cool.
cycle sponsored by Do Right Concrete, Haiti Electric, and Schaefer Soft Water.
Woo!
I hope he took his Dramamine this
I
morning.
hope so too.
Goodness gracious. Parade goers love those novelty type entries.
Do. Like this little, was it SpongeBob? It's a spongy funmobile sponsored by Do Right Concrete, Haiti Electric, and Schaefer Soft Water. So,
That also looked like quite a tight fit.
oh my gosh. And of course, up next, we've got the Ashapen Fire Department truck. And of course, there is their picnic is coming up too. I know lots of people go to their picnic. What do we have? The July 7th and 8th?
7th to the 8th.
Next weekend. This is great advertising for them.
Yes, it is.
They know where to stop, right in front of our cameras. Isn't it funny that everybody quieted down when the loudspeaker came on? If it's on a loudspeaker, it must be important.
Of course. What do we have next?
I'm wondering if is it the YMCA?
This looks like it could be the YMCA. The Zumba dancers, perhaps?
Maybe. I don't see any Zumba dancers, but
we'll keep an eye as they round the corner here. It does look like the YMCA on the van.
All right, then we're good to go. That is the YMCA, of course, in the old high school. But I have heard rumors that they are going to be moving. And I think the plan, and I don't think I'm giving out anything here, but I do believe that the plan is to take over the Bethesda office area that they just built a few years back, which I don't know if there's anything in there right now. But
is that what they're calling the collective?
I believe so.
Yes.
Yes, I believe so. And so there are plans to maybe putting in housing and all kinds of really cool stuff there, and a pool. So,
and I believe the Greater Watertown Community Foundation is moving their offices out there too.
Which makes sense. Yeah. So anything probably that's in the old high school will probably move out there. So it's amazing how many new things we have in Watertown in the past few years, if you think about it. You know, there's so many things. And of course, the square.
Yes, the Benson
Family Square is open after a number of years. So that's exciting. They just had their grand opening about a month and a half ago, and it's been, I live near there, and it's used constantly, especially the splash pad. Let's see, we've got...
This looks like the Doosan Bobcat.
Yep, absolutely. It looks like a Bobcat to me. And then we got
a mix of ground maintenance equipment.
I love that. I love that. It wouldn't take long to do a yard with one of those.
No, it wouldn't. It's so exciting to see all the growth that's happening in the community and all the new businesses that are coming in.
Downtown's looking really sharp, so thanks for the downtown Main Street and for the Chamber, and of course all the people at City Hall who have been doing such a great job of, it's like we said earlier, it's not easy.
That is not an easy job that they have.
And it should be interesting because the bridge will be hopefully next year. Fingers crossed, it might not be till 2025, the Main Street Bridge will be replaced. So I'm sure there's going to be a different route on that year. And then the following year, it is planned for Main Street itself to be redone. So there might be a few years where we're going to have a little different routes. So.
And here we've got Moose Lodge 830. Our own Watertown Moose Lodge. They did a nice job decorating their floats.
They did. That's very nice. Don't see as many floats as you used to. It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. Yes, it is.
I've seen pictures from the Historical Society from parades gone by, and the floats were amazing.
Incredible, yes.
Yes. Just covered with tissue paper flowers and whatnot. But yeah, it takes a lot of work, and everybody's so busy these days. So let's see. Can we figure out who we've got next?
I bet that this is the Dodge and Jefferson County Honey Queen.
Oh, I think you're right.
Adeline Johnson. And she serves as an ambassador to the local beekeeping industry and promotes the use of honey in Dodge and Jefferson counties.
Excellent. We have a lot of beekeepers in the counties,
We do.
for sure. So important these days. Our pollinators obviously are in trouble, so.
Lots of kids running up for the treats that they're handing out there.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, the officers are pushing them back, so that's, he really needs to get into that.
Gotta keep them safe.
Yep. And she's smart. She's got a parasol.
Yes, and I love her yellow dress in honor of the bees.
Yeah, I bet you it has a bee motif on it, too.
And there's Hofmeister in the little blue car.
And the Lebanon Band. Since 1890. Wow.
Playing Yankee Doodle.
We're not getting as much music here because they've got a turn, so that gets a little tricky.
It's hard to pivot and play at the same time.
Yes.
Speaking as a former high school band member.
Well, I was a high school band member too, but since I was way up north, we had like maybe 20 kids in our band, and maybe 10 showed up for the 4th of July parade. So it wasn't real difficult.
Although I'm from a small town too, and our band was also quite small.
Was it?
Yes. I think we had a few more than 20 though.
Yeah, it was. They don't do that anymore. There's a band, but there's not even enough kids to make a football team. So
isn't that sad?
And then they went to soccer, and then the soccer now they have a golf team.
Oh goodness.
It's hard. It really is in
It's
the
very
rural
hard,
areas.
yes.
So.
And this is the Lebanon Fire Department following up the Lebanon Band. And Hofmeister was the sponsor for our Lebanon Band entry.
And I love what they wrote about it. It's like, they have been a marching band since forever. Oh my gosh. There is a lineup of tractors like you would not believe.
Yes.
It's got to be
There has to be close to a dozen.
Oh, it's got to be a block and a half long.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. What do we know about these? We've got Harvey Zimmer Classic Tractors. So
that's all we've got.
That's all we know. That's all we know. They're the red ones. They're farmalls, right? Is that what they are?
I think so.
Yeah. And then, of course, they're Massey Harris.
Massey Harris.
I am so sorry. Do not harass me because I didn't know that. The little ones are so cute on that.
Aren't they cute?
Yeah. I just think it is so funny that people collect tractors, and most of them don't even use them for farming or anything like that. My sister has one that belonged to my grandfather.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, but unfortunately, it just stays in the garage all the time.
Oh.
Are you gonna take up farming, or
She could enter a parade.
She
with
should.
it.
She should. I should tell her that.
Yes.
There's unfortunately, because they're out in the country, there's a long way to go to drive that tractor
Sure.
to any of the parades nearby.
It's a special family heirloom, though.
It is. It really is. It's so many memories, It's really nice to have. I remember Grandpa out in the garden with that thing.
Mm-hmm.
It looks very much similar to these with the small tires in the front. And it looks like we got a brand new one in the midst. Oh, this one is definitely old.
Oh, yes.
Wow. What a change tractors made for the farmers, my gosh.
Yes.
I was at Old World, Wisconsin not too long ago, and it was right in the spring, and they got people who were there to help them plant their corn, which I thought was ingenious. But they had teams of horses out there with the plow, and it took forever and ever just to get it so you could plant in it. So
to get that job done. Yeah.
Such a time saver, my gosh. Oh, there's another oldie. with, is that got 2 steering wheels on it? What the heck?
The orange? Oh, it does. It's got 2.
Well, I'm confused. How does that work?
I don't know how that works.
All right, well. Okay, next year, people who own these tractors, give us some information.
Please give us a little more information. We're fascinated by these.
It would be great if they all had a number, and the number corresponded to information that we could tell people.
That would be tremendously helpful.
Yes, it
for
would.
us and the viewers.
Yes.
We've got just a couple more here.
Almost at the end. It looks like the last one is that the, let's see here. I guess that is part of the Harvey Zimmer collection. That's a really, really old.
That's quite a collection.
Yeah, I know the Loeb family has an old fire truck too, which they usually put in the parade. So this is a great view here, though. We can really see Main Street up to the hill where the St. Bernard's is and the water tower, and it really looks beautiful. But I believe when we do the resurfacing or the redoing of Main Street, which will look great, but they're planning on planting trees.
Oh, that will be wonderful.
Yes, because that's one thing we're kind of missing in our downtown is that softness of trees.
The shade is
yeah, it's going to look great. Oh my, well they come in every color, don't they?
Of little trailers and tractors.
And interesting, we've got the gentlemen without their shirts and with their tans on top of it. I love
every
it.
color under the rainbow of tractor.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. And this is the S&S window cleaning. Jefferson County Republican Party. Okay. Jill, do you think they're giving out red candy?
Oh. That would be a clever choice.
Yeah, it would. I wonder who the first one was to separate the parties into those 2 colors. That's so weird.
And it looks like State Senator John Jagler.
Oh, that's his daughter Gracie in there. It's Gracie's doggy
Gracie's
biscuits.
Doggy Delight.
Yes. Yeah, the doggy biscuit. She started her own business. I think it's
quite
doing
an
well.
entrepreneur, yes.
She certainly is. But she was quite young when she started that.
Yes.
Still going, so kudos to her.
And this is a sound that's familiar to so many people.
It sure is. Tony Rocker. Oh, and he's throwing candy.
Jerry Hep Excavating.
Man, Elvis, you're not supposed to throw candy, dude. But I guess he's Elvis. He can do what he wants.
He can do what he wants to.
And Tony's a Watertown guy.
Yes.
And he's been doing that for so long.
Years and years.
Yeah. You know, I wonder if his bookings have gone up since the Elvis movie came out.
Oh, that's a good thought. A good question.
And speaking of music, we've got lots of live music around Watertown coming up. The Octagon House, the third Monday of every month this summer, and they've got Eric Diamond impersonator coming up, and then we've got Flight, which was the Eagles, a tribute band, coming up in August, and then at the new square, they also have music the third week of the month, which.
So wonderful.
Yeah, that's on Thursday nights and Saturday nights. So that's there too. Lots of people turned out for the last 2. It'd be nice if they split that up between the weeks so that there'd be something, every week. That would be great.
It's nice to have so many options.
Yeah, and then of course the Watertown Municipal Band plays out at Riverside Park on Thursdays, I believe, unless that's been changed.
That sounds right.
Yeah, and that's always fun too.
And we just saw Jerry Hep Excavating dump truck, and it looks like the Lakeside 4-H from Reeseville. Oh, they're representing all the holidays.
That is great.
American holidays.
I love it. I love it. I think there's an award coming for that.
There.
Yep.
Great job.
I love it.
The Lakeside 4-H was started south of Reeseville in 1946 in a small one-room schoolhouse and has come to a 3 to 5 generation club that's still going strong for 77 years.
That's amazing. And they do community service like creating blankets and sponsoring the Easter egg hunt. They supply families with the entire meal for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they do caroling to shut-ins in December. And their motto is making the best better. I love that.
I love that.
Now what do we got?
This looks like the Watertown Elks Lodge, thanking our veterans. Unfortunately, we don't have any information on the band to share with you.
We do not. But they're sounding pretty good. So
they do sound great.
Now this is an interesting group. Okay, so this is the Watertown Rocks. It's the Watertown Rock Group will be celebrating 5 years strong and will be passing out their painted rocks.
This is such a creative thing.
It is. They paint these lovely little rocks and they put them all over town. Have you ever found one?
I have found some around town, yes. And it's just about spreading cheer and joy throughout the community.
Yep.
And then if you find one, you are encouraged to take it and replace it somewhere else.
Exactly, and that's what I did. I only found one, but yeah, and they're so well done too.
Some of them are just beautifully detailed paintings.
Yeah. So thank you for that. I guess they're handing some out right now.
Oh, very good.
Wow, they must have had to put a lot together.
A lot of time to paint those.
Wow, impressive. Impressive.
And I know that they have a Facebook group too.
Yes, they do. I think, are you supposed to take a picture and post it on that when you found one?
I think they do encourage that, yes.
I don't think I've done that. But. Well, we are almost halfway through the parade according to our list. We'll see. We'll see, because things happen, you know. They're not quite in order. We didn't get to our parade marshal.
No, we did not.
Oh.
Up next, we have got Blaine's Farm and Fleet. All associates from the store representing them today.
Oh, I guess they're closed.
I would hope so.
Oh, they're giving out some of that Farm and Fleet candy.
They're so well known for their candy.
And they've got like an aisle of candy.
And nuts.
That's crazy.
Yes.
And nuts, yeah.
My mom is a big fan of the nuts at Farm and Fleet. For all of her Christmas baking needs.
Oh, yes. Some kind of little dune buggy there. 4x4, I guess they call it. Sorry, folks, I'm old. Let's see. Tire-rific. See that.
This looks like the Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts Pack 43 and Troop 43.
Yes. They call it a float. Kind of. It's a float, I guess.
An entry.
That's right. Well, there's a percentage of the vehicle that has to be decorated in order to be called a float.
Yes.
So, I guess they kind of covered it.
They're close.
They're close.
I'd say that's pretty close.
Yeah. It's so nice that these organizations are still out there. Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts.
Going strong in the communities.
Yeah. And both groups are open now, so if a boy wants to join a Girl Scouts,
right.
the girls could join the Boy Scouts. It's kind of nice. And we've got some more 4x4s here. Do we know where they're from?
I'm not quite sure what these are.
Not seeing anything.
Nope. So your guess is as good as ours.
Yes. And this is the Mike's River Rats Band. if I see them listed on here.
I don't see them in our lineup. Playing Sweet Home Alabama.
Yep.
And this is presented by Riverbend Resort.
Ah, there we go. There we go.
And I believe they have live music out there periodically as well.
They do.
The summer.
And you know what? I'll bet you those 4x4s were from there too.
Probably.
Because that's how they get around out there.
That's how they get around.
It's a big deal. It's a big deal. You gotta, pimp up your 4x4.
Pimp up your ride. Isn't that what they say?
Yes. And that's Rivers Bend too, I believe.
Yes.
Now I've got Summit Credit Union. And who do we have next here? Well, I think we should give a plug for ourselves, Lisa.
Yes, Jill, that's a great idea.
Because we do a show called Cozy with Lisa, or Jill and Lisa, and we just did a new one out at Riverside Park on Sunday.
We filmed it Sunday.
We did, so make sure that you tune in. It'll be ready, I'm sure, towards the middle, end of July.
Keep an eye on the Watertown TV lineup, and you will see us on there.
That's right, and you can go to the Watertown TV YouTube channel and find it there at your viewing pleasure. So
yes,
we have such a good time doing that.
Oh, it's fun. More fun than we should.
Yeah, that's true. That's
that
okay.
looks like the Jefferson County Fair in the white van, advertising the fair.
That's right.
And then behind them, we've got the fairest of the fair.
Yeah. Now the fair is July 12th through the 16th. It's 5 days, and of course a local family fun there. I can't believe it's all coming up so soon.
Oh, the summer is just flying by.
It is. It is. Oh, that's the Watertown Lacrosse Club because they are using lacrosse rackets to throw their candy. Lacrosse has become very popular these days, too.
I do not know the first thing about lacrosse.
Oh, that's an ancient game.
It is. And let's see, Marie Dobratz.
She's probably sponsoring the 1st Brigade Band this year, huh?
Yes.
Yes, she is. It's in memory of her husband, Ray Dobratz, in memory. Both of them have been very active in the Watertown community. And, of course, our 1st Brigade Band. I can't talk today, Lisa. My lips are not working.
It's a little humid, a side effect of the humidity.
Is that what it is? Okay.
We'll go with that.
And it's so nice they've got that antique circus wagon, right?
If you ever have a chance to see them play in concert, which I believe they do at the Ice Cream Social later in the summer.
And they moved it this year, so it's going to be in September, so it won't be so hot, fingers crossed.
But you must go see them. It's wonderful.
And they always do like a story with whatever they're playing, so you learn a little history along the way. And of course they've got a lot of the ladies with their really cool costuming on, and then there's cake and ice cream for a $5 or $6, I think. You get lots of cake and lots of ice cream to support the Historical Society. And this
looks like some sort of royalty, although I can't quite make out what is on her sash.
I can't
and
either.
It doesn't look like we have her listed here.
Now this is the Watertown
Catholic Community.
It's the Catholic School Marching Band. Oh, they're so cute.
Oh, and I love that they're starting so young, getting these kids involved in band and music.
Absolutely. I love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now comes the John Deere.
Oh, another long
they're not quite as long as the red, though, because I think that the Massey's won this year as far as length.
Yes. And these are much more modern.
Yeah, these are the modern ones. Maybe at the end they've got some antique ones, but yeah, these are those huge ones that they have to use these days. This one's called the Terminator. And I can see that.
That is a beast. I would hate to have to try to drive that thing.
My goodness. I grew up on a farm, so I was driving tractor when I was 7. Not that big. No. It was a little Ford, so it was tiny. It was great, but when I think about it now, I'm like, what was my parents thinking of? But you know, back in the day, everybody had to pull their weight, and there's there's no boys in our family, which would traditionally have been the people driving the tractor, but yeah.
They put the kids to work.
That's right. That's right. We're not going to do one of those back in my day things. Sorry. I love looking at all these great businesses here in town. I'm going to do a shout out to Town Cinema, who are so community minded.
Yes. They're very loud, aren't they?
Yes, they are. That's why we're not even going to try to compete. While we're waiting here, I also wanted to say a fond farewell to our friend Jordan Westenberg, who's been with Watertown TV when I was running it. So it was a long time ago, and he's got a great opportunity down in one of the southern states, and I'm sure that he's going to do phenomenal there. And he did such a great job for Watertown TV all these years. So thank you, Jordan. Best of luck.
We will miss you.
Yes, we will. Talented and just an all-around great guy.
Yes, he is. He really is. We've had the privilege of working with him for, both when we did Ask Aunt Ann and now with Cozy and with Jill and Lisa.
And he's got a wonderful band, too, with an album out, so we're going to plug that for him.
Yes. Best of luck to you, Jordan.
And the band's called This Heart I Surrender, so you can look them up. Got a great album. And more Jeeps. I love the Jeeps.
Yes.
Probably because I'm a MASH fan.
Oh, yes. This looks like it could be the Bill Elkington World War II Jeeps.
I think you are right. Still got things are a little bit out of order, but we'll figure them out for you. Probably.
We'll do our best. And this looks like Watertown Regional Medical Center.
Are they giving candy out, or are they throwing out Band-Aids?
Band-Aids would be a great idea. It looks like they're actually throwing frisbees.
Oh, I hope nobody gets hit with it.
Right.
Let's keep
Somebody's going to end up at urgent care if they
Oh, do you
careful.
think? Self-serving there, people. Just kidding. They're throwing them low. We're good. We're good. So glad we still have our hospital in our community. A lot of communities don't.
Yes.
I see a military man coming up. Who do we have here?
Well, Jill, your guess is as good as mine. I'm not quite sure.
Maybe we'll find out from the side of the vehicle that they've got something written there.
It's very possible that he could be part of the World War II Jeep entry.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Probably a veteran
service
from
member. Yep.
Yeah, probably Vietnam at this point, I would think. So, thanks again to our vets and all they do for our country.
And Grinwald Ford.
And American Pie. Well, that song will probably last them from the beginning till the end.
Probably. It's one of the longest songs I've ever heard.
It is. And knowing a singer who has to sing it,
yes.
it's they get the verses mixed up sometimes, people, but let them, give them a little bit of
a little grace.
Thank you, because it is a difficult song to remember.
It is. And up next, we've got the Watertown Blue Review, which is sponsored by Kapleen Excavating and Schaefer's Auto Repair.
Excellent.
Look at all those little dancers, from tiny all the way up to high school.
Yeah. Well, I think they used to do it 2 groups, and they would start out the parade, go all the way, and then have to come all the way back and do the other group. So this is probably a better idea for everybody, especially the adults.
Definitely.
And Blue Review, of course, is award-winning many times over. I wonder how long they've been around.
We're so fortunate in the community to have all of these arts organizations for things like dance. We have the new dance studio that just opened up in town.
Yes.
We've got performing arts studio. We've got a community theater group. So many wonderful opportunities to get kids involved in the arts and tap into their creativity.
That's right. That's right. And so many of the businesses and organizations have been willing to support, put art in their windows. So that's what community is all about.
Yes, exactly.
I think we've got a little bit of band there. What do you think we have?
This could be...
Oh, wait, this is probably the Lobes.
With the fire truck?
With the fire truck. They usually have a bunch of people on there, so I think that might be
1930 Model A.
Thank you for putting descriptions, Loeb and Company. We appreciate that. so we won't sound quite so uninformed here.
So they've got quite a few vehicles coming up here in the lineup.
They do. They have lots of them. Fairly new. Well, what was it? 1950, you said, right?
Yes, the first one was a 1930 Model A. There is a 1950 Plymouth Special Deluxe car. We've got the antique fire engine.
That's up next.
We've got a 1940 Ford pumper fire truck. And there should also be a 1950 Chevy pumper truck.
Oh my gosh.
Presented by Loeb and Company.
Another family's been in town a very long time. Oh, there's our Model A.
Yes. I just love classic cars.
I do too.
I think that comes from having older brothers and a husband that's very much a gearhead, and
that's the Plymouth right there.
Yes.
Are you calling Jim a gearhead? I don't know where you're getting that from. Just because he's an engineer.
He likes to tinker.
He's a tinkerer. He fixes stuff so well.
Yes, he does.
And comes up with such great ideas for things.
I am very lucky that he is handy, because I am not. And speaking of...
Sorry, we just had a little break there. Got a question.
Speaking of my husband Jim,
yes.
He is driving our Tesla for the Watertown Players Community Theater entry we've got coming up here.
So tell us what's coming up next, Lisa.
The Watertown Players have been entertaining our community with live stage productions since 1988. And we have got The Music Man, which is opening this Friday. Performances are July 7th to the 9th and 14th to the 16th at our theater inside the market. And on our entry here, we have got Bryce Munchow, who is playing Harold Hill himself.
Wow.
And we've got some of our little performers and older performers as well.
And some board members.
And some board members,
And Lisa's part of the board, and she works so hard. They all do. It's amazing. It's not easy putting on that many performances
It is
every year.
not.
Oh
We
my gosh, it's
have
like
a season with
continuous.
several performances, and we're always working ahead on things.
Yeah, and there's something for everybody too.
Yes.
So just come out and just have a good time and support the community theater.
And
That,
we have got
That is a
the
comfortable
McCrady's
trailer.
fantasy football team. He is all decked out there
That is so funny.
in the recliner, watching TV,
A very old TV, I must say.
getting ready for football season. That'll be here before you know it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, because the high schools will be starting to rehearse. Yeah, you can tell where I'm from. To practice in August.
In August,
those poor
yes.
kids are exhausted. And the marching band. It's so much work. Let's see, do we know
And
who
that
we got?
could be the Heritage Homes.
I'll bet you it
bus.
is.
Heritage Homes from right
Oh,
out here
and
in
that's,
Watertown.
yep, the Heritage Homes bus. For their many excursions, I am sure.
Community outings.
That's a beautiful facility.
That's a very
too.
nice facility.
And after that, we've got Walmart, and that's all it says, Walmart. I guess there's no need to expand on that. A little bit of a gap. So if you're watching this on Watertown TV, don't forget to watch some of the other programming that they have. It's really important for you to support this too, and it's really a great connection with government. I know that Mayor Emily does a Watertown
Roundup, isn't it?
Roundup.
The
Yeah, that's
Friday
what it is. I was going
Roundup.
to say it was minute, but it's definitely not a minute, which is really great because then you learn about all kinds of information. I think she does it every Friday or so,
I
or at
believe
least
that's
tries to. And that's all part of Watertown media. So take advantage of it and learn what's going on in your community. You can watch the alder meetings, the aldermanic council meetings. It's always nice to know what's going on.
It's a wonderful resource.
It certainly
We're lucky to
is.
have them.
And that's been around since the early 80s too. So a lot of communities don't have that anymore, so we're lucky. We're lucky. Is this
And do they still film like the football games at the high school?
Yes,
And
sports and performances, and I think it just kind of depends on how much, how many volunteers they have, or what they can cover. But yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. Graduation every year, which I'm sure that families really appreciate, especially when you can't be there.
Right.
So. And I think that's live usually, which is easier to do inside than it is outside.
than it is outside,
So
which
it's-
is why you do not see us live streaming today.
It's just difficult to do. So. At least we don't have to have cables anymore. Thank you, technology. Our cameras can talk to each other. Oh gosh, one of our favorite bands.
The Esky Solar Powered Band, sponsored by Chickens Unlimited.
And obviously they couldn't do this without the sun. So I guess that's why we probably have the sun out.
Yes.
You can see them coming and circling, and
They are just so much fun to watch.
they have such a good time.
They do. The crowds love them. We'll let you enjoy their performance
That's
here.
right. Got a great shot right there.
They look like Mardi Gras, don't they,
They
Jill?
do. They do. Uh-oh. I think they forgot to
Oh, they
turn.
need to pivot.
Uh-oh. This could be a problem. You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
So entertaining.
Yeah. And I just love their uniforms because you never know what you're gonna get.
Exactly. That's part of the fun. I like is it bananas on his pants? The green with yellow bananas
Yes,
on
it
the
looks like
pants?
it's bananas. Of course, whatever. What other fruit would you have? Okay, I think they're still having problems. They're going backwards.
They need to pull themselves together.
I think so. Okay, I think they got it. Obviously, they haven't practiced quite enough this year. Here comes the Watertown Soccer Club.
And the soccer club offers soccer to about 100 youth from Watertown and surrounding communities.
That is really great. And that helps fuel the high school teams and the middle school teams and whatnot.
Definitely.
So that's becoming a very popular sport.
Yes. It helps keep kids physically active.
Looks like we got a float coming up maybe, huh?
That could be the Calvary Baptist Church.
That's what I was thinking too. Because we've got, yeah, that sounds about right. That's 77. We're on 77. And the Calvary Baptist has been around in Watertown since 1960. It's a Christian church, if you didn't guess. And they've participated in the 4th of July parade many times. We do see a lot of the same people participating, which is great.
And it's nice to have such a variety of participants. We've got church groups, we've got bands, we have politicians. It's great to have so many different organizations involved.
That's a great float.
Yes, it
nice
is.
Job. Nice job. Balloons are always a nice thing to use.
Not easy to wrangle that many balloons either.
There's a secret.
Oh.
Yeah, I did a balloon column for the Christmas show at the Watertown or the Octagon House last year. So there's like these little hooks, clips that you put on a line, and then there's also these little stickies that you put in between the balloons to keep them straight. So
Oh, excellent.
I was surprised. Here I thought people just had, they were able to arrange those, but yeah, I won't call it cheating, but they have help. So, who do we got now?
And this.
Oh, this is the electric
Oh,
car.
yes. This is the Watertown High School Skills USA Super Mileage
Yeah,
Team.
talk about great. These guys have
This
done
is such a cool program.
It is. I'm sure it really helps the kids tremendously when they go on in college or whatever they decide to do. And they've won tons of awards. I think they kind of redesign it every year. So, obviously the vehicle of the future.
Yes.
Oh, I think I know who this is.
This is the St. Paul's Exonia float, I believe.
Not what I thought.
No, I know what you were thinking. It was Ebert's, weren't
Yep.
you? So was I at first.
Yeah, but
The theme of the float is "Come Grow with Us" with live
Yes.
plants and kids on the trailer.
yeah, that's great. That's a really good metaphor. Is it metaphor?
Yes.
I always get those mixed up. Okay, and now we have the Democratic Party of Jefferson County. They separated them enough that no any
There's
problems.
enough space between.
Yes. I always like the Jefferson Democrat logo. It's just different than most of them are. It's very clean and a pretty color.
Nice shade of blue.
Yeah. Okay, we are getting on towards the we're like on 80, so we've got like 20 more to go. Going pretty fast this year.
It is going
We didn't
quickly.
have like any major. Oh, I shouldn't even say it because it'll be
Oh,
bad
you
luck.
don't jinx it,
No,
Jill.
no. It's like not seeing the Scottish play when you're in the theater. Associated Bank. Oh, that's the largest bank in Wisconsin.
Is that right?
Yeah, they've been around for 160 years. Wow, it's a long time for a bank.
Yes, it is.
Got a lot of banks in town, which surprises me. Somebody's got a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of banks and a lot of automotive parts stores.
Yes.
So
And churches.
and churches
And bars.
Yes, Amazing. Amazing. Oh, we've got quite a few Mexican restaurants, too.
Yes.
Which we're right in front of Amato
Yes.
Juniors here. So we've got a lot to pick from. But shoot, I could probably eat Mexican food every night if I really...
I think I could too.
Yeah, it's really good. Oh, here's a couple of antiquers.
This is the Herb Altenburg tractors.
Ah.
Again, a few more vintage. These look like John Deere's.
Indeed.
And you know, there are so many events going on in Watertown and around the area for the entire month of July. We've got Lights and Sirens coming up on July 6th. There's the Downtown Watertown Craft Beer Walk on the 13th.
Yeah, come see me. I'm selling raffle tickets.
That's right. We've got the fairs coming up. Jefferson County fair is coming up the middle of the month. All sorts of things to stay engaged.
Oh, this is fun. They've got the high school boys soccer alumni game. That ought to be interesting. I think
That's out at Brant Court Park.
I think Watertown TV should tape that and get Ray out there to do some
Yes.
commentary again.
And this is Emma Buska with First Weber Realtors.
Ah, with a little house. Well, what a good idea.
That's darling.
Oh, and it's sold though. You can't buy it, Lisa.
Oh, that would be a cute little she shed,
It would.
wouldn't it?
Little drafty in the winter
well,
time.
that's true. But delightful in the summer.
Very delightful. Very delightful. This looks like another antique fire truck. This is a Doug Roeder classic truck and car, maybe coming up. That one apparently isn't rideable or drivable.
Correct.
At this point.
A vintage fire truck. It's even got the little water bucket right on the back of the ladder.
Cute. Where's the dog? Where's the Dalmatian?
Oh, the Dalmatian. Dogs make everything better.
They do. Is that a plug for the lovely Watertown Humane Society, Lisa?
Always, always. And this is Faith Lutheran Church and School. The Faith Lutheran Flames. They are a first-time entry in this year's parade and are attempting to gain more students for the fall and in the future.
There you go. Faith Lutheran, another option for you, folks. Then I think we've got, is that, oh, we still didn't get the antiques car.
No, we haven't gotten the Chevy yet. Although this could be the Doug Roeder Classic car and truck coming behind us here.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sponsored by Don's
yes.
Corner Pub. Okay.
Yep. This is the Classic Truck and Car from Doug Roeder. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Roeder, Raider.
Yeah.
I apologize.
So now we're asking you to give us, pronunciations.
Pronunciation is always helpful, yes. Phonetically
That's right,
written
please,
out for us.
please. See, the problem is Lisa and I didn't grow up here, even though we've lived here years and years and years. So
Yes.
we didn't go to school with all these names,
That is
so
correct.
we don't necessarily know how to pronounce them because everything's a little different depending on where you come from. So, and if you've got a name like mine, everybody pronounces it differently. I'm talking about my cousin, so it's not like it's different families here, folks.
Oh, there's a nice, looks like a Corvette.
It is a Corvette, and I saw it. It's a 1998 Little Red Corvette,
Ooh, love
brought
it.
and restored, then provided with a finished detail of the exterior. Don't know who did it, but there it is.
It says DEFCOM. I'm not quite sure
what that
what
is.
that is.
Is that a business? Group? I'm sorry, guys.
A little more information, again, would be helpful.
But they've got the number on their vehicle.
They do. That is helpful.
Bless your hearts.
Oh, I bet that's the defense combative
Oh, that makes sense.
business that's
That
in
makes
town.
sense.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like some pretty buff guys coming through here.
And that looks like it's the part of the same
Yeah, I think so.
group there.
Oh, I love the little kid with the mohawk. And it's red. Way to go. Ooh, this looks like a nice float.
Ooh, look at that. I love the balloon firework explosions.
That is a great idea. It's really nice to see all the balloons this year. That's a really inexpensive and fairly easy way to make a lot of color. So.
Yes. And I believe that is the Marquardt represented.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Nice job.
Could this be the girls' softball team coming up?
Yes, this is the Watertown Thunder Girls Fast Pitch Softball.
Yeah.
They are committed to the development of girls fast pitch in southeastern Wisconsin. They offer recreational and tournament leagues for girls from 8 to 18 years old. They participate in park and rec leagues and are members of the USA Softball. Thunder coaches are volunteers, and they're committed to the goal of increasing
summer leagues and tournaments. They're constantly working. And they have an opportunity to turn professional clinics too, which is awesome. So their sign up is in March at the Watertown Park and Rec if you are interested.
Be sure to get your girls involved.
Yes. This is Rural Mutual.
Rural Mutual Insurance is one of our local insurance companies.
Yes, we have a lot of those too. With a band that we don't know who it is. More balloons.
Coming toward the end here, Jill. Just a few more entries to go.
Oh, it's a bakery.
This is the Buckaroos.
Oh, Buckaroos, sorry.
Red, white, and Buckaroos.
I have no idea what that is
I
either.
don't know either. Oh, Buckaroos Adult Family Home. And they have their clients riding on the trailer today.
Excellent. Okay.
Excellent. I would like to know more about them sometime.
Yeah. I wonder where they're from. Okay, well, we just got a little breeze, so it's ripping up our papers here, but it feels nice.
It feels wonderful.
I think we got Don Peachy coming up, right?
Yes,
Does that
I
look
would
right?
say so. This is the Don Peachy Band, sponsored by Coop Custom Carpentry, Sunbelt Rentals, and Andy's Excavating.
There you go. Or it could be Cube Custom.
That could be.
Gosh, I think that band has been in every parade that I've ever watched here, so. Auld Lang Syne. Oh no, Grand Ole Flag. I'm sorry. That's such an ear for music. I was going to say that was quite inappropriate for a 4th of July. But no, okay. Who's next here?
We have got, it looks like Ebert's Greenhouse Village is next.
Giving away free plants again.
Are they? Yes, they are handing them out. Everyone is eager to get some.
That's the only thing I don't like about doing these, doing the parade here, Lisa.
Is that we can't
we
get
don't
the
get
plants,
any.
right? They need to show a little love to the announcers
Yes, they
table,
do.
right?
They do. Always a beautiful
Yes.
flower.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
That's a gorgeous arbor too.
And they've got We the People. Ah, very good.
Nice, very nice. They usually win. They usually place in the.
Yes, in the parade contest.
It always is so. It has just a cohesive look to it.
Yes, always very well done.
But then again, they do such a great job with their landscaping out there and what have you too. So. And at least they're working. At least they're used to working out in the sun.
Yes, they are.
They've already got a lot of employees because they're handing them out in the back of their trucks.
Yes, they've got a couple trucks. Lots of beautiful
Wow.
flowers.
Those are huge, and those
I'm
are just
jealous.
one pot.
Yes.
Oh, man. My friend Luke over at Ebert's, I'm going to talk to you.
And we've got the Watertown High School band.
Yay! Oh, they look great. And they look comfortable in shorts.
Yes,
I
that's
swear,
wonderful.
every year they've got less and less on. I remember they had their full band uniforms on.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And they are sponsored by the Pedersen Nowatka Funeral Home and Schmutzler Vic Funeral Home.
And shout out to all the people, all the directors of the musical areas over there at the high school. Definitely got a great music program.
Yes. Vocal and instrumental
Yes.
are very highly acclaimed here at Watertown.
Here we go. And after them, we've got Runnin' Aaron's race car. It's run in, no G.
Looks like that might be what's on the back of this truck coming up here.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, Run-In Aaron's is one of our bars in town, I believe.
Yes, I think you're right.
They've got a few race cars on there. They
Wow.
look like they've seen better days. Been to quite a few races.
I would love doing that if it wasn't so dirty.
I cannot picture you as a race car driver.
Oh my gosh, I love go-karts and I am a devil. I
love
beat
it.
whoever is there. I'm very competitive with go-karts.
I
So.
love it.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
and it's Santa!
Santa has, and he's got a Santa summer suit on.
Yes, he does. He's in a darling little red convertible.
Oh,
That's
that's
Bob
so
Martin's.
cute. Thanks for coming, Santa.
Thanks,
We appreciate
Santa.
it. We'll see you in about 6 months.
Yes.
It's got to be much more comfortable for him than the course
Yes.
of spring. Santa likes Watertown because he spends a lot of time here.
Yes, he does.
He's on the parade. He has his house here.
He does. He
So-
makes a lot of visits to area living
Yes,
centers in the
He
winter.
does. Yes, he does. Oh, that's a nice decal on the side of that car.
That looks like Keysau Customs. They work
Ah.
on and restore vehicles.
Excellent. I wonder if they do all, because my car needs a paint job.
And we have to give a shout out to this next group here. This is the Watertown Parade Committee, sponsored by Emergency Starting and Towing, Jerry Hep Excavating, Charles David Sons Inc., and the Moose Lodge 830.
And thank you again.
They put in so much time and energy to make this parade so
They
great.
do, they do. And here comes the horses. That must be the end of the parade because the horses come last. That is the, let's see, what do we have here? Barbie and Horse, and then we've got the Rusty Shoe Ranch with patriotic horses. They were founded in 2013 by Kimberly Wortman in Palmyra. And Kimberly watched the Watertown Parade as a kid and every year would say, I'm going to ride in that parade. Excellent, Kimberly. This is their unit's 5th annual debut, and Kimberly is riding Dixon, carrying the American flag. Yay, Kimberly.
The horses are all decked out
Oh.
with sparkle in their
Sparkling
manes
hooves.
and tails.
And their hooves.
And their hooves.
Yes, that's great. That is great. All right, well, that's the end. A little shorter than it normally is. It's like only an hour and a half, but in this heat, probably not a bad idea.
Yep, good option.
So thank you all for watching this, and again, for coming out and supporting the parade, too, if you're in the crowd. I'm Jill Nadeau.
I'm Lisa Steffel, and we wish you all a wonderful and safe Independence Day.